Hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us. Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Andrew G, and welcome to another exciting and salacious episode of The Public Affair. Before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to thank you guys again so much for all the love and support that you guys continue to show the show. I love it so, I'm just so appreciative, and I just want to hug everybody through the camera, and of course, to Rogue Media Network, with everybody who's involved with the production of The Public Affair behind the scenes. I truly, truly appreciate you guys. We got Mike and Allison over here today, making sure I look super snackish. They put a monitor over here where I could see myself now, and I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea, because I'm just darling. Now, before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to us by David Santabanez with Alinea Real Estate. He's the #1 sales agent in his office. I'll help you buy a home or sell your property. Make sure you follow him on Facebook at David with Alinea, or call the number on the screen, darling, for all your real estate needs. It's 2023, time to treat yourself to a brand new home, and David Santabanez is definitely going to be the guy to do that. I can't wait to start looking for my chateau this year, darling. I told him by the end of the year, hopefully, God willing, we'll see, all right? David, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Ooh, of course, the Pee Wee's Crab Cakes of Texas with my girl Nika Armstrong, serving the most authentic Cajun cuisine with a wide selection of signature crab cakes, pasta, seafood, and more. Now, my favorite is the crabby seafood pasta, but their top recommended is the Southern Fried Catfish Special, served with seafood pasta, potato salads, and 6 fried shrimp. Now, the fish is topped with Houdat sauce. I'm not telling Dakota what it is, because you got to head over to 108 Gym Drive in Hewitt, or order online at orderpeeweescrabcakesoftexas.com. Oh, and she has brunch hours now on Sundays. It's over. I'm about to make sure all her kids go to college. Anika, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Arturo and Eva de la Cruz with Arturo's Frame. They do wood framing for houses and all remodeling, darling. They also assist with building a brand new home. So, if you're looking for a brand new home built from the ground up, Arturo's Frame has definitely got you. Habla inglés y español. You have a número on the screen for more information for a free in-town consultation as well. And follow on Facebook at Arturo's Frame. Arturo, Eva, thank you guys so much. Mil gracias a los dos. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. And of course, to Waco Fencing and stuff with Juan Morales. Now, Juan builds privacy fences and chain link fences, darling. Perfect for all that extra at-home privacy. Yes. He also does demolitions, builds wood decks, stone patios, and gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous flower beds, darling. You can contact him with the number on the screen for your consultation. Mr. Juan Morales, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. I truly appreciate you, brother. All right, guys. Been really excited about this guest for a very, very long time. 3 years ago, when The Public Affair started, he slid in my DMs, and I was excited because he slid in my DMs, okay? Little does he know that I was liking and sharing all his posts because I really wanted to slide in his DMs and sleep with him. Well, it didn't go that way, okay? Just a few weeks ago, I slid in his DMs again, and I said, okay, listen, I know that you asked to be on the show a long time ago, and I was waiting for the right time. Are you still down? He said yes. He went to go use the bathroom right before this, and he walked in zippering his pants up, and I was like, no, keep it down. Regardless of the fact, Mr. Dakota Wimberly, entrepreneur and former owner of Wimberley Woodworks, which I definitely want to talk, we got to talk about it, all right, is here joining us on this episode of The Public Affair. Dakota, how you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing?
Remember when I told you to use your outside radio voice, that thing that you did before? That's what I want you to do.
So I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Isn't he great? Listen, I love having this stallion sitting in front of me now. It's nice to meet you. This is, I think, we met at Lowe's. We met at Lowe's.
Yeah.
Yes, I have that regular job I told you about.
First, before we do that, dude, that was incredible.
Oh.
That little run through you just did?
Oh, thank you.
Skip a beat, dude. That was nuts.
Listen, I've been doing it too long, okay? I was on the radio before this, and I did live reads forever, darling.
Nice.
Yeah, no, well, I appreciate it. Everybody doesn't think that I do that live, like during the show. They think it's all pre-recorded, and it's not. So thank you. Look, the nice, handsome man complimenting me, all right? No, we did. We met at Lowe's.
Yeah.
I think that was our first meeting.
Yeah.
And I was with my friend Maro, shout out, because we work at the same place. And, I'm not a man for Lowe's. I don't buy lumber and fucking,
Oh, you were definitely out of place.
Yeah, I was right. Did you see the way I was dressed? Right? Yeah. I was wearing my scarf and shit. I remember that. I don't buy caulking, though.
No.
And that's actually my new favorite word at that place, too. Caulking.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you think?
Yeah, sure.
Now, were you doing Wimberley Woodworks at the time when you were in there? Or?
Yeah. So that just started Wimberley Woodworks at the time. So it's only been 2.5, almost 3 years since I started Wimberley Woodworks.
I can't believe it's been that long. Thank you for being patient with me, by the way. I truly appreciate it. No, listen, there's so much that I want to dive in with you. When I was intro to you, you were a singer, if I'm not mistaken, correct? You were doing songs, and I don't listen to that type of music, but I was like, look at this fucking man, right? No, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be gay with you, Dakota.
No,
I'm
dude,
just
it's okay. Man, I have, since I've been on Facebook, it's easy for literally every type of person to come into my messages, and I don't hate against anybody because everybody that shows me love.
That's it.
It grows me.
Are the gays in your DMs?
Dude, they used to be.
They used to?
When I did music, yeah.
Yeah.
But then you become a construction owner. They don't really care
no, that's when I'm in your DMs. The construction ones I'm all over that. Okay, yeah. Dakota. No, so how did that make you, like, were you like, I guess in your personal perspective, when the gays were sliding in the DMs, and I mean, were they telling you, hey, like, come over here and give me a ride or something like that?
There's, honest to God, there's no one more straightforward than a gay dude.
Absolutely.
Like, and it's flattering, but yeah. I spent my whole, like, first majority of my young childhood, everybody thinking, oh, well, he's going to be gay. He's going to be gay.
Really? Why?
Dude, I don't know. I got into an argument with my uncle one time, and I was like, dude, you got to stop. And I'm like the 6-year-old, 7-year-old boy. And I'm like, dude, you got to stop. I'm 6.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to like anything other than Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Okay. You know? I don't know. When I was 6, I was liking the little boys in my class too. I'm not going to lie.
Really?
I knew from the womb that I was going to have a man in my life.
I didn't like look at even like the female teachers then.
Yeah, for sure. Neither did I.
But yeah.
Well, Dakota, there might be a chance.
No.
No, are you sure?
No, yeah, there's no chance.
I always tell everybody to try it once or twice.
Not gonna.
Nah, let me shut the fuck up because I'm not gonna try it either. We had that conversation today.
I appreciate it.
No, yeah.
But
did it ever get too sticky for you sometimes? Were they getting a little bit too comfortable at some point? You had to tell the gays, or were you just like, yeah, bro, okay,
man,
relax?
I just never messaged back.
You just didn't? Okay.
No, because it was like, I would say thank you, and I'd keep it cordial with everybody because everybody deserves a response. And, you know, thank you with a smiley face.
Yeah.
Goes a long way. And then everybody appreciates you, and then you don't get canceled on Facebook.
If you tell me, if I slid in your DMs tonight and then you said thank you with a smiley face, I would definitely be sending you my address after that.
But then that's when you stop responding.
I guess, Dakota, listen, like I said, it's such an awesome time having you here. And so let's get to know you a little bit first. For anybody who may not know who you are, a lot of my people are probably like, okay, Andrew, who is this Italian stallion that you have on the show, even though you're not Italian, but you're
That'd be cool.
hot. Yeah, you should be. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, life growing up and stuff like that, please, Dakota?
Yeah, so basically my entire life, I've been in construction in some form or another. COVID hit,
yes,
and it kind of slowed down everything. So before that, I was a superintendent for another construction company.
Okay.
And, you know, you make a little bit of good money and you start spending it all when you've never had anything. When we grew up with not a whole lot, thankful. Yeah. My great-grandmother was always supportive, always had a really good baseball bat, or
hell yeah,
the best, you know.
She was coming through for the...
Dude, she was, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. Okay.
But, yeah, then like in 2000 and early 2019, I started moving into building my own thing, and it actually hit off on Facebook. Okay. So it was like this, I built a coffee table. Yeah. Everybody knows Chip and Joanna.
Yeah, yes, for sure.
So you have this whole
who have not responded to coming on the show, by the way. I will say that.
Guys, you got to get.
They haven't. I don't even know them, but go ahead. No, I know who they are, obviously. I just don't know them.
Everybody knows them, dude.
Okay.
And that farmhouse thing took over. Like took over all of Waco.
For sure.
So I built this farmhouse-looking table, and it was awful. Like, the pictures looked great, but the table was awful.
That shit was crumbling or what?
No, it just...
When I put my wine on there, it breaks?
The fasteners, the way that I screwed it in, you can hide it with pictures.
Oh, I see.
So I did that, and I posted it on Facebook, and everybody was like, man, I really want that table.
Oh, okay.
But at the time, I had $174 left. Rent was doing like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I had no credit because I was in a relationship for 8.5 years. That girl filed bankruptcy. I didn't, so all of the debt fell on me.
Oh, no.
Dude, it was nuts.
What the fudge?
Yeah.
I told y'all these girls be doing that to us, but no, go ahead. Date your women and have babies with them. That's fine. Go.
So I didn't have a baby with that one. I have a baby on the way.
You have a baby on the way. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm excited, man.
Yes, I did stalk your Facebook, and the baby mama is cute. I know.
She's gorgeous.
I know when I stand a chance and when I don't, okay? Like, yesterday, I knew I stood a chance with this other person, but today, I was like, okay, not with Dakota.
Do I get like a secret hint on who the other person was behind the scenes?
No. You get something else behind the scenes, but anyway.
But yeah, I'm gonna see. You just don't respond.
No, that's it.
You
just don't respond and you move on. Listen, what was the family dynamic like for you growing up? Though I mean, I know that you said great grandma was always in the picture and she was making sure that you guys were good. What about parents? What's going on there?
Wow, dude, you just dive right into it. So
I'm sorry.
It's good, no problem.
Yeah.
So my actual childhood, I would say for the most part is great.
Oh, good. Okay.
So, I never was into the drug scene, never did, never drank, never anything. But as far as my parents go, they were children trying to raise a kid.
Okay.
So my mom got pregnant at 14 and had my older brother. And then a year later, or like 8 months later, she got pregnant with me.
Oh, wow.
So she's 15 with 2 kids.
With 2 kids, yeah.
Yeah, my dad was 17, and he didn't have the greatest, upbringing.
Okay.
So that trickled down.
I see.
And it became this spiral of everybody wanting to raise the same way that they were taught.
For sure.
And I couldn't do it. I had to. Luckily, I got with my great grandma, and I had my great grandfather's name. His name is Roy.
Yeah.
And there's not a person who can say a bad thing about Roy.
Oh, what's up, Roy?
So
no, I mean, I don't want to slide in your grandpa's DMs. I'm just saying, what's up, Roy?
Dude, I'll show you a picture of him later.
Oh, okay.
Killer.
How old is he?
He passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he passed away.
I'm sorry, that got dark. I was going to say I accidentally slept with a 65-year-old person.
How do you accidentally sleep with 65?
Because he did not tell me he was 65, but his piece was 65.
Right.
And then after the fact, I thought like 50s, because I've been with people that are 50s, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, late 40s maybe. And I was like, so just by the way, how old are you? And
30.
he's like, I was talking to him.
Oh, yeah, okay, there you go.
I was talking to him. He says, well, okay, I'm 65. I was like, you're 65-year-old and both my parents. Like, you molested me. That's okay. Like, I'm going to press charges on you and sue you for everything that you have.
Jeez, dude.
But I will tell you what, Dakota, his piece was not 65. But anyway, okay, go
Well,
ahead.
you can get those little gas station pills, those little black rhino
Whatever
pills.
he did, it worked.
Man, they're insane.
Whatever he did, it worked. But anyway, not making
Shout out
that
to you,
inappropriate.
dude.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what his name is because it was only that one time. It was a grinder hookup.
Yeah,
but
does it start with a F?
So about your grandpa and then
So yeah, my great grandfather,
Yeah.
man, he was
I love you. Okay.
he was a volunteer fireman for like 34 years, 35 years. Just an absolutely incredible human being.
Awesome, yeah.
The guy that everybody would come to, and that took care of everybody in the family. And so I didn't get a lot of life with him, but what life I did get with him, because he died when I was 6.
Oh, I see.
What life I did get with him,
You just cherish.
I've tried to push everything towards being more like him.
Oh, okay.
And
kind of emulate him in a sense.
yeah, my great grandma, her name is Dora. We call her Nan.
Yeah.
So Nan always tells me, "Hey, dude, you're just so much like him."
Oh, that's so awesome.
You make it easy for me to miss him. It's okay,
Oh.
But I mean, that's what I tried to be.
Okay, I got you.
Compared to the cycle, because somebody has to stop a cycle.
Oh, well, no, absolutely.
And
it's so great that you say that too, that your parents were kids raising kids. When we look back at it now, like I didn't get along with my parents either, Dakota. And we fought like cats and dogs, especially me and my dad. But, like we're the same, except I'm the more feminine version of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was just Clash of the Titans all the fucking time. But now when I look back at it, I see that they didn't have it all together. And it was a struggle. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like we be $100 in debt and I don't have children.
I mean, how old are you?
I'm 31. I'm your age.
Neither one of us know what the hell's going on.
Exactly.
You try to do as best as you can.
Yeah.
But at 30, I don't know if I'm ready to be a dad yet.
Well, okay, exactly. You know what I mean? And then in my early 20s, when I think about, because my dad was 20 when they had me, my mom was 23. And so when I'm trying to get my life together at that age, I'm like, damn, imagine if I would have had 2 kids. You know what I mean? So you see things through a different lens
100%.
almost. Yeah, it's so crazy. But at the end of the day, I mean, the parents were still cool though, right? I mean, so you didn't have to deal with any abuse and stuff like that or...
They're totally going to watch this.
Oh my God. No, I don't mean to be intrusive, Dakota, please.
I mean, it's okay. Cause they understand how I feel about some of the things. And
okay. Maybe while you wish things could have been different, you understand why things played out the way they did.
I don't.
Oh, you don't. Okay.
So I mean, in my life, maybe it's the lens of what I saw.
Yes.
And it's like, I don't see how you can be so mean.
I see.
I don't see how you can choose things like, again, I know they're going to watch this. I love you guys. You guys are doing great.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you. Much better. But at the same time, I want to take this moment to kind of, show where you can come from.
Yes.
And build up people.
Well, and that's what it's all about. You're not by any means bashing anybody. Let's just clarify that
100%.
right now. This is not by any means for you to be throwing salt on anybody's name. You are not defaming anybody. This is just your personal experience about what was going on. Yeah.
Yeah. So
and it molds you into who you are today.
So at first, it was my dad. He was abused terribly by his dad.
I see.
And again, like I said, that cycle continued.
And that's all he knows.
And that was it.
That was all he knows.
That was it. And until he was an extremely just mean individual. Like he was the meanest person I'd ever met, and he had this look in his eyes.
Yeah.
And like you can see when it's coming, or he comes home from a bad day and just becomes extremely abusive.
Absolutely.
Like there was one time, dude, me and my brother, his name is Tori. We went and took a bath, and we're 5 and 6 years old.
For sure,
and
yeah.
You're both naked in the bathtub, and when you're splashing, there's water going
on
all
the floor,
over the floor, and there's no way to stop it.
Right.
And so I don't know if he had a bad day, but he comes in there, and he always had this leather strap that he would use his knife on to sharpen it.
Oh, I see.
So he comes in there, grabs us up, and just starts screaming.
Yeah.
I told you not to get any water on the floor. Just goes nuts, and starts hitting us just everywhere.
Right. For sure.
My mom comes in, and she gets in his face because my brother had blood coming down his back.
Oh, I see.
He was hitting him so hard.
Okay.
And that was just like, that was the environment that we were growing up in.
Yeah.
I mean, not to get too deep, but
no.
He loved drugs. He loved alcohol. Those were his vices.
Dakota, all I can say is that I completely understand.
Yeah.
So I get it now. I mean, I get it now.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? They
100%.
they didn't know any better. You know what I mean? And that to them, that was like normal. That was okay. And it's not acceptable.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, and if they were still that way,
yes, it's different.
I wouldn't have such a hard time talking about it, because it's like, I don't want them to think, okay, well, this is all he views me as, because I don't. I'm extremely proud of both of them.
Hell yeah.
They've grown so much. Like
Yes.
my mom, she went back and got her GED like 7 years ago.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to you, Mom.
And parents, your son's fine there. Just to shed some light on the situation, okay? No matter what you did to him, he still came out fine. Okay? So there you go.
Yeah, dude, she got her GED.
Yes.
And then she went back to college.
Oh.
And she got her license in massage therapy.
I see.
Then she started her own business. It didn't do great, but the fact that she went from nothing
to that.
GED to now I'm going to get a 2-year degree. Now I'm going to do this. And now she went back to school and she got her associates in, I don't remember what I think it's paralegal.
She got her associates. She got more than I did. So there you
more
go.
than me too.
Yeah.
But
I didn't even touch college.
dude, and now she's back in school again,
Good for
going
her.
for her bachelor's.
Well, and there's always time to change. You know what I mean?
is, 100%.
So I'll tell you what. How's your relationship with them now?
It's been better.
It's
with my mom, it's great.
Okay.
With my dad, we're going through a little bit of thing, and I don't think he even knows this, but I haven't responded to him in like the last month. And it's because it's like where I'm at right now.
I see.
So there's one thing that I keep guarded at all costs, and that's my peace.
Okay.
Because
That's
I've
fair.
been through so much. Like, I'm going to guard my peace.
Absolutely.
And he's been in this relationship. Okay, let's just get into it. So he's been in this relationship.
Let me get the wine out.
If you see this,
Dakota, we're not cutting anything out, by the way. Go ahead.
It's okay. I do love you.
I know.
But here's the deal.
Yes.
So I told him about 2 months ago, I sent him an entirely way too long,
Are you
way
one of
too
those?
thought
Oh, I
out.
hate that. Yeah.
Dude, it was like 8 pages.
Yeah, I can't do that. You should have just called me. Go ahead.
So
I can't stand when I fucking delete them hoes.
So
I'm like,
I sent it to him, and I was like, there's this is what I've seen from you. This is what I expect in our relationship. And the number one thing was lying. So it took me until I was 25 to get out of the habit of being a pathological liar.
Oh, wow.
Dude, I lied about everything because I was so insecure.
Okay.
I don't know how to quite explain it, but I never felt like I was good enough.
I see.
So you think, okay, well, everybody thinks you look pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a good looking dude. Well, great. Well, when I sing, what people don't hear is they don't see the 40 videos I shot before that where my voice messed up right here.
Oh, I see.
But I only showed you everything that was perfect.
That's it.
And then Facebook shows you all these things that are perfect.
Right.
And so on the outside, man, everything's going great. But on the inside, it's like, dude, when you turn your head this certain way, don't take that picture. You got to look at this way.
Oh, yeah. We were just dealing with that right before the show.
No, but he's been looking at himself for like 30 minutes before this show.
Okay, right now the monitor's on Dakota. They said that they weren't going to put it on me, okay?
So I'm over here like,
yeah, okay.
So get my
I
good
was over
side.
here checking myself out like, hold on, wait, with that angle right there. Okay, go. No, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, for sure. So I've battled these insecurities, and so it was always like, I need to talk myself up. I need to be more than I really am.
I got you.
So I did that for so long that it became, force of habit. And you don't realize how much you lie until you get into a conversation. You're like, okay, well, this, and this, and this. And then all of a sudden, I got to remember all of that.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Versus
you have to remember that you
truth.
told everybody that you're a Calvin Klein model.
So like I told my dad, I was like, the number one thing is like, you need to tell me the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Be truthful with me. And so I heard that he had got back with his ex-wife.
Oh wow. And you're not.
Which I don't care.
Oh okay.
Dude, that's the thing. I don't care. Like,
right.
But be honest. So when I call you and I can hear her in the background,
Mm-hmm.
be honest.
But how do you know she just wasn't side pieces at the time? Like
it doesn't matter if she's a side piece or not.
Okay.
We're supposed to be friends now. We're supposed to have grown a relationship.
It's the trust. Okay.
Exactly.
I see what you're talking about.
So be honest with me.
Are you just not fond of her? Is that what the situation was?
I don't care. I don't care.
You just don't give a okay.
And that's like I don't care about like
a background character in your life. Okay.
I mean,
like the B character. Like,
she's nice. She's always been nice to me.
That's
she
good.
has her problems. Everybody has their problems.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm not here to judge anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, and then all of a sudden, we're supposed to be talking every day. We're supposed to be friends. We're supposed to be, because the whole like the parent narrative that went out the window.
Okay, I see.
A long time ago. They haven't been my parents since I was 17.
Right.
That's to me, that's something that's earned.
Yes.
And back then that wasn't earned.
Okay, I see.
So to mend my relationship, we have to get on a friendship level. I have to love you as who you are, not as my mom or my dad. So I tried to, grasp that with my dad, but at the same time, like, again, my peace is protected. I have to be protected.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so I reached out and I said, hey, I heard and I've seen that you were back with her. Is that true? Just be honest with me.
Okay.
Because that's it. Honesty is the best
Just
policy.
yes or no, yeah. You don't have to explain
and he's like, no, I wouldn't get back with her and all this stuff. And again, I don't care.
Yeah.
But just be honest. And then all of a sudden, they're in a relationship on Facebook.
Okay.
And
is that still a thing?
It
Where
is.
you can publicize your relationship?
I think so. As long as you're not like an actual page.
Remember when Facebook used to tell us that them hoes were single?
Remember when MySpace, you used to have your top 3?
Yes.
I'm going way too far back.
Top 8, yes.
Dude.
No, remember when Facebook would tell
8?
you, okay, it was top 8 on MySpace.
Yeah.
And remember when fucking Facebook, remember that bitch? Facebook would tell you, okay, Dakota's single now. And everybody would be like, what
everybody.
happened? Yeah, mind your business, bitch. All right? Okay.
Dude.
So you're more upset at the fact that he might have not told you.
Just
I wonder why he would have just tell you, hey, Dakota, yeah, we're back together.
Because I think like deep, he's still in that stage that I was in for so long. Where, well, I have to put on this character because I want everybody to love me.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And the thing is everybody does love him.
Right.
He's a good dude now. He's a great dude. He still has his flaws. We all, like I said, we all do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, buddy, just be upfront. Okay,
I see.
I don't want Facebook to tell me. I want you to tell me. And that's it. And so many people, they need Facebook for everything.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't need social media to tell me what my dad's doing. I want my dad to tell me what my dad's doing.
Okay. Yeah, I can't relate to that because my parents, even though they fight like cats and dogs, have been together since I was a baby. So I don't.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they have. I don't know. Let me tell you, Mom and Dad, I love you guys. We have been through the ringer as well. Yeah. I don't know how the fuck they have stood together this long. Like, I look at them and I'm like, Jesus, they used to fucking fight like all the time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, they say the most vile shit to each other. I have no idea
That's awful too, dude.
No, it is. And I never, like I said, like my dad and I did not have a good relationship at all. It wasn't until actually recently, Dakota, like just a few years ago, where a lot of shit happened with my brother and stuff. And then the show started and my dad just saw me through a different lens, I feel. You know what I mean? Yeah. But then I look back and I'm like, okay, Dad, this is all he knew. You know what I mean? But he's also a spoiled brat because he's the youngest of 11. You know what I mean? And my parents
You said 11?
Yeah, my dad is the youngest of 11. Yeah.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? So
that's nuts.
So when all my aunts and uncles tell me, and I don't want to get into me, but I see things differently. You know what I mean? Like, so with your thing, it sounds like it's a little bit more heinous, if I will. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To get off me for a second. So, because I have to ask.
Oh, ask. Okay.
So, you had a bad relationship with your dad.
I did.
Rocky.
Yes.
Just say Rocky.
Oh, all the time.
So, I know a lot of gay people have the hardest time coming out. How was that?
To my parents, I didn't have. Well, okay, so me and my dad have never talked about it, but my dad knows because all his coworkers watch the show.
Yeah.
It's so perfect. I love it.
So who snitched on him first?
Yeah, no. Okay, so the fighting and stuff never had anything to do with me being gay.
Right.
I will tell you that I was never nobody in my family ever was like, oh my God, that's wrong, this and that, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
And my parents would, I mean, obviously when I was growing up, it's like, okay, this is for boys, this is for girls, you need to do this because this is for boys. I don't have an issue with that. You know what I mean? Right. I didn't want to fucking go play outside and play no tag. Like I want to sit inside and be clean. You know what I mean? Right. But the fighting had never had to do with me being gay. It was never about that. Yeah. It was just because like I talked back a lot because I'm that type of person that speaks up. You know what I mean? And so when I'm right about something, I know that I'm right about something. And the thing is with him is that he has to have the upper hand. You know what I mean? So there was a lot of back talk going on and I got my ass whooped a lot. Yeah. You know what I mean? But then, you know, my dad wasn't the nicest person growing up either though. For sure. So, now, I wouldn't say the level of abuse was like yours. Right. You know what I mean? But my dad was more vocally, like he said some mean things to me. You know what I mean?
That hurts just as much.
And it hurts as much. But at the same time now, I think he sees things through a different lens. Yeah. And again, it never had anything to do with me being gay, but I think that I moved out when I was 18. And so I did everything for myself since I was 18. I was like, I don't need you guys for shit. I'm going to do this myself. I don't give a fuck what I got to do. I'm going to do everything for myself. Then I built all this and my dad's like, I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? And
that's a great feeling too.
And it is. And I'm happy that we're in a place now where we're okay. You know what I mean? And we're good. And, you know, a lot of it had to do with my brother. My brother's in jail right now. And so a lot of it had to do with that. And so, but no, they never, ever, it would never have to do about being gay. Mm-hmm. But I'm also not going to go to my dad and talk about gay shit. Like, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
like I said, like the person that you see now, my dad is exactly like me, except he's just a lot more masculine. You know, so I'm not going to be like, hey, dad, I sucked this nigga's dick last night. Like, right. Dad doesn't want to know about that gay ass shit. Okay. Yeah. You know, so I don't know. Anyway, Dakota, yes, back to you. But anyway, listen, I just think, so you and dad are just not on the best of terms at the moment. Do you think that there's room to rebuild?
Oh, 100%. I don't hold anything against like anybody. Like I'm the nicest. Like,
yeah, that's what's up.
Just easygoing individual. Yeah. But, again, it just goes back to protecting my peace. Like,
okay.
There was a time I didn't talk to my mom for like 4 years.
Yeah, I see. Mm-hmm.
That was my doing.
Yeah.
I was 17 and I started dating her best friend who was 30. She had 3 kids.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. And dude, it was so bad. I dropped out of high school. Like,
and got with her 30-year-old best friend?
Dude, it was nuts.
Isn't that rape?
It should be. Like,
Dakota, do not get me arrested on my show, please.
I mean, it wasn't. I
don't want to get anybody arrested on my show, is what I should say. No, she was 30 and you were 17?
I was 17.
You know what? I'm not going to lie. Some of my dad's friends are hot, too. I'm not going to. Okay.
You just said, like.
You know, when I was 17, I was looking at some of my dad's friends. I was like, what's up, dad's friends? You know what I mean?
But you just said 5 minutes ago you slept with a 65-year-old dude. So if you go backwards. If we go backwards,
Dakota, don't do me. Don't read me for filth on my show, okay? I was very open about that on the last episode. Okay? Yeah. And it was. I told you his piece was not 65. He was 65.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, so you didn't
not work in the court.
So it's because you were in a relationship with a 30-year-old friend? Yeah. I mean, did she buy you your fucking notebooks and shit for school?
Like, dude, no, she was broke. I ended up dropping out of out of high school to go work 2 jobs, man. I was a model for Abercrombie and Fitch.
You're such a liar.
Seriously, I wasn't on the bags or anything. Okay. But if you work in Abercrombie and Fitch, you're considered a model, like for Abercrombie and Fitch.
So wait,
no, I was not on a bag, dude.
Wait, so you were? Hold on, I can't with this shit today. You
wanted me to come here, so here it is.
17, dating the 30-year-old.
30 with 3 kids.
She didn't have no money.
Her daughter was 15.
Oh wow! I mean, were you guys in the same science class together, or like?
No, dude.
How did that even happen? Dakota, okay, listen. All right, enough about the 30-year-old, please. Listen, we have to take a quick break, okay? And when we get back, I definitely want to get to know a little bit more about you. You know, one thing that really stuck out to me was Wimberley Woodworks. Okay, right. I know that you had a lot of things going on with that, and I hope that we can talk about that because I think it's vital to talk about, and it's something that I've been wanting to get into with you for a long time. Sure. And you know, just you as an entrepreneur, you know, you're doing your thing. You got a lot of social media content out there, and you're being a creator. Listen, I'm sorry, I can't. The 30-year-old 17. Listen, you guys, we're going to take a quick break so I can get my shit together. And when we get back, we're going to learn more about Dakota Wimberly, the businesses that he's created, the fall, and much more. I'm sorry, 30-year-old. Stay tuned on The Public Affair. Hey, guys, I hope you're enjoying this. I don't even know what to say episode of The Public Affair with Mr. Dakota Wimberly. Before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode was brought to us by Jay Perez and Henry Flores with Waco Made Granite. They offer amazing granite quartz countertops, backsplashes, and so much more. Perfect for rentals, flipping homes, and just for something new and fresh. You know, you get the new chateau, you want a new countertop. You got the old chateau, you want a new countertop. He told me that they were sturdy too, by the way. Anyway, listen, Jay Perez and Henry don't stop there. They do so much more. So you guys gotta hit them up with the number on the screen. You can also mention this ad for a special Public Affair pricing for only $37 a square foot for level 1 material. Call the number on the screen for a consultation. Follow on Facebook at Waco Made Granite. To Jay Perez, Henry Flores, thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Julian and Ana Banda with Banda's hauling service. Ooh, they rent dump trailers. You fill it up and they haul it away. They also do junk removals and tree brush removals and haul cars in and out of town. You need a tow, you got to hit up Banda's hauling service. He says he'll be there in 20 minutes. He'll be there in 10 minutes. Super punctual, super reliable. I'm not recommending anybody else except Banda's hauling service. Book now with the number on the screen to Banda's. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Ooh, of course, to Lisette, Luna, and Amanda Switzer with Embrace Fitness. That's right, darling. Teach group fitness classes that are fun and absolutely dynamic. It is 2023, new year, new you. That's right. I specialize in total body workouts by Exco Latin by Jackie and Zumba Step. Classes are Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. And you can also contact them to rent the building out for parties and small events. Embrace Fitness is definitely the way to go. Hit my girls up and they're going to have you looking as snatched as they do. Thank you, ladies, so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Maldonado Construction with Gilbert Maldonado. You can call for all concrete work such as foundations, driveways, patios, sidewalks, and so much more. Also retaining walls and much, 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 much more. Now, Gilbert says that I sound a little bit nervous when I do his ads because he's a construction worker. Follow on Facebook at Maldonado Construction and Landscaping and hit him up on the number on the screen for a consultation. Also, if you mention this ad as well, you get a special pricing. Don't forget to mention The Public Affair. That's where you heard it. Maldonado Construction, thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Elite Barbershop with Sid Rodriguez located on Hewitt Drive. You can call the number on the screen to book or download the Squire app to book your next appointment with your favorite barber. Walk-ins are welcome as well because they have, get ready, Marcus Guerrero, Chris Reyes, Santos Cordova, David Rodriguez, Isaac Chavez, Clint Fletcher, and Isai over there making you look as snackish as I have for more than 130 episodes of The Public Affair. Elite Barbershop, thank you guys so much for being longtime sponsors of the show. Truly appreciate you guys. Of course, to one of my new sponsors, Vensis Transport LLC with my boy Lee. Vensis is a local transport service from Waco who does work all over the United States providing hotshot services from RVs, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and so much more. You gotta follow my boy Lee Vensis with this new business venture, Vensis Transport LLC. For more information, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. I truly, truly appreciate you. And of course, the Soko Soccer Academy with Dominic Gutierrez and Ariana Gutierrez located at 3304 Franklin Avenue. They offer team, small group, and individual skills training. They have elite training with professionals, darling, making your kids superb star athletes. Open play is Mondays and Wednesdays for ages 16 and older at 8:30 p.m. with Morrow. I call him Silly Buns because he's like this big and he's aggressive, but we're best friends. He's a Silly Buns. Only $5 to pay. Follow on Facebook at Soko Soccer Academy and Instagram at Soko Soccer 254. Thank you guys so much for being longtime sponsors of The Public Affair. All right, guys, we're going to get right back into it. Dakota Wimberly is here talking a little bit about his life and some failed businesses and what he's got going on now. Listen, Dakota. Before we continue, I just want to touch on the 17, 30-year-old type thing. First of all, was it good?
I'm going to be respectful to
do you still talk to her?
No. I'm respectful to the girl that I'm with.
Honey, what's her name? What's her name, Susan? What's her name?
Who, Taylor?
Taylor. Yeah. Susan is somebody else that I know. Taylor, honey, we're just talking about the past. Girl, you know, listen, Taylor knows that if she had some wine with me, we'd have this conversation as girls on the side, okay? You know what I mean?
Just a country gentleman now.
Okay, don't answer that question then. Okay.
I will, just to clarify, as a 17-year-old, it's awesome to be with somebody older. If that gives you the
no, you're right, because I have a rule. You have to be older than me.
100%.
Absolutely. You have to be older than me. Yes. Is Taylor older than you?
No.
No, she's not 17 though, is she?
No, God, no.
Oh, please don't let her be silent.
No, man.
I don't want my show under criminal investigation.
She's in her 20s. We're all good.
Taylor's hot. No, listen, I did see a picture of Taylor on Facebook. Taylor is smoking. You pregnant or not pregnant? She looks amazing. You did good.
And that's what I was telling her the other day, and she was like, what is the thing that you fell in love with me for? We were sitting there at this Mexican restaurant in Temple.
Yeah.
She was like, and I looked at her and I said, why did you fall in love with me? And she came up with this answer, and she looked at me and she said, why did you fall in love with me?
Yeah.
And the one thing that came like to my mind was like, you have. There was one day I was looking at you, and you were looking away.
Yeah.
And like you have the most beautiful side profile I've ever seen.
Wow.
And then she started crying. She's like, she blamed it on the pregnancy.
Yeah. Okay,
but the pregnancy hormones, but like it just. I mean, it was just one of those honest things.
That is so cute. Yeah.
I can't help it, man.
Nobody will ever tell me that. They always say, okay, I'm leaving now. You know what I mean? Just the other night, it was like, all right, I'm leaving. Like, oh, all right, thanks. I appreciate it. Nobody will ever tell me that they loved me. Okay.
Somebody loved me.
Yeah. Do you have any construction worker guys that might want a little taste of the man pond or?
No, man.
No. Are you sure? You can ask them. Just give them my number.
You don't realize like how many like closeted construction dudes
Who
there
are you? Don't play with me.
It's nuts.
What? Don't you dare play with me. They're full on. They're all on Grindr. And listen,
nuts.
There's this one that is just my type for days.
Go for it.
I can't, but yeah, but you know what? It's beautiful. Every time we get together, we make music. No, you know what? I have one loyal side piece right now. We've known each other for a very long time, since I was 18 years old. Occasionally, he's not in a relationship anymore. So, but I will say, you know what? When the person was in a relationship, he was faithful as fuck to her.
That's what's
I
up.
will say that. We never messed around one fucking time when he was in a relationship with her.
Yeah.
Now they're not in a relationship, so we be fucking like rabbits. But that's besides the point. Okay. And I was a cool as fuck. I'm not in love with him. I'm just saying I love that guy. We've known each other for a long time. You know what I mean? Like, of course he came back. Like, I got that box. What are you talking about? Anyway, listen, Dakota. Okay, I wanna get into a little bit about Wimberley Woodworks. So, of course, I've seen the songs and stuff, which I might ask you to sing a tune later, but if you can. And
I don't have my guitar.
Oh, you don't have your guitar. Okay, that's fine. Listen, I remember seeing a post on social media, and everything that we're about to talk about is alleged. Okay, before I get sued. Okay, it's alleged. So it's alleged.
Yeah, it's alleged.
Thank you. Okay, so I remember seeing a post. You built Wimberley Woodworks. I remember you making the post saying we're starting this company. It's going up, and it seemed like not too long after that, everything just kind of crumbled down. Can we have a little bit of a play-by-play of what went on, Dakota?
Like from the beginning of Wimberley Woodworks?
I mean, like little paraphrases.
For sure. It actually didn't crumble.
Okay.
It's more so of because I have the baby on the way. I want to be. I want to end that cycle. The cycle we're talking about. So I'm trying to be steadfast in the fact that I need to have my stuff grounded, in a way. But what it is basically, I had $174 left.
Yes.
The Chip and Joanna thing. They were killing the farmhouse. So
for sure,
I made the coffee table. And then all of a sudden, I got 2 orders of that same coffee table the same day that I posted. Mm-hmm. And it helped that I had the music background because I had such a big following.
Yes,
I was getting hundreds of thousands of views.
I was like, he
songs.
sings and builds things.
I sing country music.
Yes.
Like beautifully.
You could do a little acapella for us. I had Holly Tucker on the show.
Who?
Holly Tucker.
Do you know Holly Tucker?
Yeah.
I don't know if she's going to watch this, but if you do,
I
Holly.
hope she does.
We actually have the same mentor. His name is Chris Womack.
Oh.
Chris Womack is the guy. Like, okay, this is a whole nother dude.
Okay, hold on. No, okay. Just give her a shout out.
Yeah, Holly Tucker.
Yes, you guys
Chris
have the
Womack.
same. Yes.
Beautiful guy.
There you go. Okay. Now back to Wimberley Woodworks. We're trying to get to the juice. Yeah, we're in the middle of the prime rib here. Okay.
Yeah, so it was. I started the company. Mm-hmm. I had rent due. I had no credit.
Yes.
So Lowe's has this thing where they offer, it's called progressive leasing. And I just had the last 2-week, paycheck that I got.
For sure.
So I used that to kind of fabricate the fact that I was still working.
Yes.
And I got approved for the progressive lending, and it bought the tool that I needed to create the other 2 tables.
Oh, I see.
I took the one job, the profit, put it into the other, and then all of a sudden, posting those 2 got me like 5 more jobs.
Oh, there you go.
And then it just started doing this spiral effect.
Spiraled in. Okay.
And I remember that was in November.
Yeah.
And then November, December, I ended up getting enough money just to cover the rent.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
And so I went back and you know how everybody wants to have these goals.
Yes,
you want to have these goals that you want to hit.
Yeah.
Every company should have goals. And so I put down Q1, I want to do 25,000. Q2, I want to do 25,000. And then, so on and so on for the rest of the year. And I got to the point where the first 2 months had gone and I was only at like 11,000.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is still great because
it's
went
amazing.
from nothing.
Yeah. It's more than what I make in 2 months.
And so,
okay, shit. And I have a 2-time award-winning show.
Great show.
Thank you. Okay, but I'm definitely not making $11,000.
I saw that too. Congratulations.
Thank you. I
that.
appreciate it.
Awesome.
Thank you. I was happy.
So I went back to my office one day. I call it my office. It's just my little coffee table. Not one. I didn't build this one.
Yeah.
But I went back to the office and I started looking at the goals and everything. And all of a sudden, dude, I got a text message.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I just brought my brother on. I hired my brother.
For sure.
And his name is Tori. Shout out Tori.
Shout out Tori.
So I brought out Tori, and I get a phone call from Bass Pro Shop, and they're like, "Hey, can you install a toilet dispenser in the men's restroom?" And I was like,
"That's a big deal."
I said, unbelievable. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
I dropped everything. I looked at my brother. I said, "Dude, this is it."
Oh yeah. Remember when we had our first celebrity guest on the show, bitch? We dropped everything too. Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, you have to.
Yes. And so like I went up there the same day.
Yeah.
Which you're not supposed to, because when you get in a commercial, you have a PO process.
Oh, I heard something like that. Yeah. Okay.
Because you have to get these purchase orders and work order agreements and then contracts and COIs and all kinds of stuff that go into it. But anyways, I went up there and I finished the job same day.
Yeah.
Sent pictures, sent everything. And I called the lady and she was like, "Hey, while you're there, can you fix the water fountain?" And I still have the pictures to this day. I've never worked on a water fountain, but I was like, "Yeah, of course I can."
Yeah, yeah. Well, he was a pathological liar. So
at that
point, he could fix everything, including relationships in these DMs.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So I'd healed from the pathological.
Yeah.
I just really wanted this contract. So
he's fucking Googled how to fix a fucking
dude, I swear to God, I YouTubed it.
Yeah.
I YouTubed it. And I called the lady and I was like, "Okay, I found the problem. There's a leak in the chlorination filter." I don't know how I came up with chlorination filter.
Yeah, yeah.
But when I Googled the piece, after spewing all of this nonsense, there was actually a leak in the gasket in the chlorination filter.
Oh, okay.
So I ordered it. It came in a week and a half later.
Yeah.
And then it fixed it.
That's it.
It fixed it.
And you're like, thank God.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And the sad part is, like, as soon as I fixed it, I pushed everything back in, and there's an outlet in there. And as soon as I pushed everything back in, the ground wire sparked.
Yeah.
And it blew up everything. But luckily, it's a big building.
They
had a GFCI, so I just flipped the breaker. It was good to go. Freaked out. I called my brother. I was like, "I messed up everything, dude. Dang it." And
so that was your first big job.
I wouldn't even consider it big. It was just it was the initial.
But with Bass Pro Shop, I mean, that's a big company. Yeah, for sure. You know.
Yeah. It went from these small one-off builds to
fixing fucking water fountains. Yeah.
Right. And so they said, "Well, what is it that you actually do?"
Okay.
And so I do woodworking. So there's these two benches outside of the Cabela's here in Waco. I did those.
Oh, okay.
My company.
I'm going to go sit on them just for promotional purposes.
Perfect.
Okay, I will. Can I sit on them with nothing on?
Go for it. You might go to jail for like.
No, I wear a robe. Indecency. I just did that sexy photo shoot. Shout out to Joe Leo. Did you see those? With my robe? With just my robe in the chair?
Oh, for the new public affair pictures.
Well, it's just stock photos. It's not, for clarification, it's not the cover photo of the show. But yeah, they were just stock photos. Yeah.
Whoever does your photography.
That was Joe. I always have a different photographer, but this time it was Joe Leo. Picture this photography. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I was sexy. Saw them legs. Did you want to slide in my DMs after you saw that?
No.
Couldn't
do it.
Taylor wouldn't mind. She wouldn't mind.
Oh yeah, she'd kill me.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so you built those two things. Okay. So Wimberley Woodworks is on the rise. This and that. Okay.
Yeah, it was such a random thing.
For sure.
And so I did those two benches, and then they were like, "Well, we have this gun library that needs to be remodeled in Buda."
Yeah.
And, at the same time, I just closed like another 2 months or so of contracts. Like everything is just moving fast.
That's it.
And so I needed more employees. And so I brought on, my brother actually went and worked somewhere else. So I brought on another employee. And I told him, I was like, "Hey, we got this job, and this job." And ended up getting 3 Bass Pro contracts in a month.
Hell yeah. And
they totaled out to almost $90,000 for just those 3.
Yeah, for sure.
And they were... It was 2.5 weeks of work.
That's
for
it.
$90,000.
Hell yeah, sign me up too.
Yeah, dude, it was
I'll
nuts.
sleep with anybody for $9,000. Yeah.
so it just kept spiraling into these big things. We were in San Antonio, then they brought us out to Florida.
So you're going everywhere.
It was nuts.
Yeah. So at what point did things just start going south, Dakota?
They didn't start going south until about 3-4 months ago.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't know, because that Facebook post was at least last year.
Which one?
There was supposed stealing going on.
No, that was 3 months ago.
Alleged. Dude. Oh, was that 3 months ago?
Yeah, that was.
Why do I feel like that was last year? What fucking time zone am I
Because it
living
was
in?
last year. It's
oh my God, it is. Okay, yeah. No, okay, so that was just recently.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You mentioned the Wimberley Woodworks is kind of going away. This is what happened. You didn't get too into detail.
Right.
Yeah, we want to know what
first.
happened. No, fuck the respect. Yeah.
Yeah, at first I was respectful.
Yeah.
But, that first year of my company's actual full first year, I did $500,000. from nothing, $174 to $500,000 to this year I did over $1 million.
Hell yeah.
Which is, it's been incredible.
I just need $20.
I'm going to go $20.
I'm kidding.
But so, I mean, as far as like the business right now,
okay.
Everybody can get into business right now. It's so easy to be in business with the world the way it is. Yeah. Except real estate. Real estate's a little sketchy right now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on with the economy, but if you want to start a business, now's your chance. It's still there. It's all still there.
Okay.
But so I have 3 or 4 employees at the time, and I just brought this guy on.
Yes.
Right. I brought him on, and he was doing great. He was fantastic. Put on a great front.
Okay.
You know,
That's
one of those good old boys.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly. No names.
Yeah, no, please don't say no names. First of all, I don't want nobody whooping my ass. Second of all, I can't afford a lawyer. Okay, so there you go.
You still need $20. I can hook you up. But yeah, dude. So this guy, like, we go and do a job for the city commissioner.
Yeah.
Right. We go do a job for the city commissioner. He's been wanting me to come out here and do this. It's a beautiful old home, like a colonial home.
Mm-hmm.
We go out and we go to remodel his house. And so it's a 4-day job. Well, there's a power washer on site that this guy, you know, kept in his truck and was supposed to bring it back. Kept keeping it.
Okay.
And he kept it so long that the person he borrowed it from started contacting me saying, hey, I still don't have it back.
Like, where's my power washer?
Well, at the same time, we were at another person's house and there's some EpiPens. They're like, EpiPens are like $600 a piece right now.
Okay, damn. Yeah.
So he picks them up and he's like, man, what are these? And I was like, those are EpiPens. I said, dude, those are expensive.
Yeah.
Those are outrageously expensive. Well, the next day, Taylor goes to that job site to go start. I think she was taping off before we painted.
Right.
She goes to look at it and she's like, hey, did you take those EpiPens off of the counter? And I was like, no.
So somebody.
Yeah. So this person took the freaking EpiPens.
Wow.
Man. And I called him.
Do you know that
like,
for sure? Like,
did
they confess that to you?
Well, yeah. So I called him. I said, hey, why did you take the EpiPens? Or did you take the EpiPens? And he's like, yeah, I took them because I wanted to make sure that nobody else was going to take them. Like, what? So you took them to give them to the customer, which owns the house.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, you just didn't put them in the drawer or something, like in the cabinet?
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I had just bought the dude a new truck.
Yeah. Oh, wow, really?
Like, yes.
Oh, you did all that for this person?
Well, I had started a GoFundMe.
Okay.
Well, the GoFundMe canceled on me because I never put my my ID verification in, so it all canceled.
Yeah.
And so I had.
Sorry, I was in shock.
Oh, you're great.
Yeah.
Worries. So I'd already put the money in for the truck because he just wrecked. He messed his leg up. He just wrecked, and so I'd already put all the money in for the truck, and the money was all refunded. So I'm like, okay, I'm sitting here and this is not good. So he's got the truck. I'm happy. We're still working, whatever. And then I get a call from another customer that he was doing some other work for. I'm not going to mention the type of work because then,
please,
you know,
yes.
So he was doing some other work for that he never finished.
Yeah.
So and this was a customer we'd done over $100,000 for. Like in the last 2 months, we'd already done over $100,000 worth of work for him.
Yeah.
And so he's saying, well, he never came back and finished what we've already paid him for.
Oh.
So now that's 3 things. And this all happened at once.
So did you know this person personally, or was it just somebody that you?
This was a person that was referred to me.
Okay, I got you. Yeah. Gotta be careful with them referrals.
Yeah, you double check.
Yeah.
Background checks.
Triple, quadruple these days. Okay. So this person was referred to you. They come in, you trust them, and all of a sudden they're kind of like tarnishing the name of Wimberley Woodworks in a way.
100%.
Yeah, because you're not finishing jobs allegedly. You're allegedly stealing EpiPens.
Yeah. and they all knew because like a lot of the people that I do work for, they know me.
For sure.
They know me personally.
Yes.
I've never stolen anything. Well, actually, I take that back. I did steal one time.
Yeah.
So Nick Baker, if you watch this, I stole a Game Boy Advance when I was 8 years old.
Go move on. Okay.
So Game Boy Advance.
I had Game Boy Advance. Yeah, but we're not talking about Game Boy.
I traded it for Yu-Gi-Oh cards, man.
Oh, I would have whooped your ass.
Dude, it was stupid. That was the only time I ever stole, and I cried about it.
Okay.
It was so sad.
Yeah.
But anyways, so this...
Okay, so somebody is starting to tarnish the name. Okay, so did they take anything from you?
Not that I
Allegedly.
know of.
Okay, I got you. So at what point, why does all of that all of a sudden mean, okay, we have to, I remember the post being so distinct, talking about, you know, I trusted somebody, we did this for this person, we did this for this person, and then all of a sudden everything just kind of goes haywire.
Yeah.
It's like, this is going to be the end of Wimberley Woodworks. This is my last job, blah, blah, blah. Like, why did that person influence so much on that? Was there money being taken? Like, or what's going on?
So I had just landed a $360,000 contract with Sephora.
Yes. Oh, with Sephora?
We were scheduled to remodel 3 Sephoras.
Yeah.
As all the millworks. We were getting, like, there was one in Fort Worth.
Right.
You know, it doesn't matter whether we had 3 of them.
Sephora's. Okay.
So,
Sephora's everywhere. Yeah.
We had 4 months worth of jobs that were scheduled to be done.
Uh-huh.
Well, the customer we were doing the $100,000 worth of work for, that he didn't finish the work, that he himself, he had his own little stuff that he was doing for them on the side.
Yes, yes.
Right. He tried to sell them the EpiPens that he stole from the other customer.
What the actual fuck?
They called me and they were like, hey, do you know about these EpiPens?
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, got him.
Oh, wow.
Now I see everything. Now I see everything.
Mike, do you need some EpiPens? Like, Allison, I know Allison has a cold. Does she need some EpiPens? Like, what?
Get your adrenaline boost.
I've never
Dude, and they were out of date. The EpiPens
that means they don't even work.
It doesn't.
Wow. So what's going through your mind? All this is going on, and
the only thing going through my mind is I have a huge social media following.
Yes.
Like it's, I mean, there's millions of people. You've seen it on my Facebook.
Oh, absolutely.
Millions of people a month.
You get a lot of engagement. Yeah.
And so when you put that out there, and now I've got to defend myself. Well, now Wimberley Woodworks is mixed with that.
Oh, yes.
And
yes.
And not only that, I still have another $80,000 in this other contract that I have to finish.
Right.
That wasn't scheduled to be finished because we had the other Sephoras and all that other stuff going on.
Yes.
And we had just finished the Home Goods in Waco. So if you ever been to that Home Goods in Waco,
I've never been, but okay, that's you. Okay.
My company did that. It's beautiful in there, dude.
I'm gonna go look. I swear.
So,
no, I said I'm going to go look. Shut up! I'm not drunk. I'm
gonna go. But anyways, yeah, dude. So, like, we had everything, scheduled perfectly.
Yes, yes.
And the hardest part of any business right now, in my opinion, is getting employees. You cannot find employees. And if you do find employees, you got to pay so much.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you got Amazon paying like $22 an hour to go do nothing.
Yeah.
No offense to anybody that works at Amazon, but it's like,
I'm waiting on my package now. Don't be fucking around.
He's like, I ordered it 3 days ago. It's supposed to be next day shipping.
So why did this person influence so much the end of Wimberley Woodworks?
They influenced a huge hit.
Okay.
Because
financially.
Correct.
Okay.
What it like had done is it happened at the time that the market was shifting.
Yes.
So economy wise, everything's been slowing down the last 6 months drastically.
Right.
So that hit took that $360,000 job out because now the customer that we had the other $80,000 to do wants us on site until we're done, which puts us there for 2 more months.
Oh, I see.
So now everything that was prior gets pushed.
Including
Sephora.
Oh, no.
Because this contract came before that contract.
So how did you not shake the life out of him?
We haven't seen each other since.
Did you ever confront him and say, hey, what the fuck?
We haven't seen each other, but I confronted him on Facebook.
Yeah.
And he went nuts. Like, I'm going to bury this kid. And I was like, dude, you're not that guy.
Bury as in allegedly try and...
Yeah, he was going to take me out. But he's
but
not
like,
that guy.
Is there a reason why he didn't just fess up and be like, bro, look, I made a mistake? Like, you know what I mean? I mean, not that we could speak for him, but there had to have been an ulterior motive or like a purpose. You know what I mean?
So I don't know what the underlying issues were.
Right.
I mean, there's obviously something in the background for you to be that way.
Absolutely.
But I mean, just from the time that I did get to know him, he didn't have the best upbringing either.
Okay.
But he seems like a great dude.
Right.
And I trusted him.
Do you think there's room for forgiveness?
Oh, I forgive him 100%.
Oh.
I don't, like I said, I don't hold anything against anybody.
Okay.
Like, everybody makes decisions that puts them in the place that they are at that time.
Do you think he took accountability for what happened?
No, 100% he did not.
He did not.
No, because at the same time, his wife was messaging another person that was relaying everything back to me. And I had all the other information.
You gotta have them type of friends come back to you.
Yeah.
Little filing cabinet. Oh, yes. Those are the loyal ones right there.
I had all the messages of
everything,
dude.
Oh, wow.
But like I said, man, I don't hold anything against anybody.
No.
He messed up. He did what he did.
But it's crazy to me, Dakota, how these people can just tarnish somebody's company or something so hard that they work for. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, we're bringing you on, or excuse me, you guys are bringing these people on, giving them jobs. I've seen it happen to somebody else.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not getting into that right now, but I've seen it happen to somebody else. And I'm like, who the fuck do people think that they are to try and just completely demolish somebody's hard work, somebody's business that they built from the ground up. Like, why? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think that that's anybody's intentions, man.
Yeah.
I think you have. Maybe one out of every 100,000 people truly want to hurt you. They want to go after you. But like, even in his case, what he did was childish. It is what it is. But I don't think that was his intention. I don't think his intention was to take away from anything.
For sure.
But I just think people, they get caught up so deep into the web that they've spun. It's just like, okay, where can I go from here without looking terrible?
So now he doesn't work for you.
No, obviously not. No.
Yeah. So do you think that there's room for reconciliation? Like if this person really comes to you and says, okay, look, Dakota, my bad. I did some shit. I know I had no business doing it. You know what I mean? Like why did he even go to jail for that? You know what I mean? Like,
so I didn't press charges.
You did not press charges.
No.
You could have.
I called the cops to meet us there and had them basically escort him off
of your property.
Yeah, of the office.
Yeah.
And it was more so I knew where it was going to go.
Yeah.
And I don't have any intentions to sit here and do 13, 14-year-old boy stuff with you. We're grown men. I don't want you here because of what I've found.
Yes.
This is your chance to go.
Just get out.
That's it.
Would have gotten physical? Are you one of those?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I'm not. I'm pussy. Like, I'll get my ass whooped.
No, see, I'm not afraid to throw hands, but at the same time, like, I'm an adult. Like,
I mean, I'll throw hands behind my show all day. I just know I'll lose. But I will. So
that doesn't make you a pussy. That you stand up for what you believe in.
Just for this. You can talk about anything else. But if you come for the public affair, bitch, we fist to throw some hands.
You're fucked.
But I am going to lose, so I had to make sure the boys had my back. So I had to ask them yesterday. Yeah. If I'm getting my ass whooped, y'all going to come and jump in? They said,
I'll jump in with you.
Yeah, no, well, my friend Penguin told me that the East...
Penguin? That's a dope name.
Yeah, well, that's his little nickname. And he's so cute. He said, the north, south, and east got you. Like Waco, north, south, east, Waco. I think that's so cute. And they do, because I went to South Waco, and they were all like, we fuck with you. I was like, thank you.
Dude, most everybody loves you.
I love that. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't... That's a different conversation.
I mean, there's always going to be that little group, man.
Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? No. I experienced more love than hate.
100%.
Absolutely. Listen, okay, God, Dakota, I hate that we're running out of time. Fuck, I wish we had like 3 hours. I really, really do. But okay, so Dakota Wimberly, Wimberley Woodworks. Is it over, or is it just beginning, or is it still going? What's going on with that?
It's on pause.
It's on pause at the moment. Okay. And this is because you have a family that you're about to start. So what are you doing now to make means or ends meet?
So I have several sources of income. I'm partnered with Facebook.
You are a big content creator. You share your engagement all the time, which that's amazing to me. Yeah. Okay. So you're making money off of Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you still have jobs that are going on with Wimberley Woodworks that you guys are generating revenue from?
Yeah, we just finished the last one.
Okay.
Literally 2 days ago.
It's Sephora Dunzos.
It's gone.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry that happened to you.
It's okay. Yeah, everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for. I say that. I say God does not put us through things that we can't handle.
100%.
You know what? Mike was so shocked that I thanked God at the Waco Awards, and I did, because I do believe in God. You know what I mean? Sure. God puts us through things that we can't handle. It's true. Nobody thanks God anymore.
Yeah.
Me and God are tight. Except Morrow says that when we're going to heaven in the gates, he's gonna be, ain't that nigga gay? And
don't dig too deep.
You know what I mean? I'm like, shut up. No. Okay. So what's next for you, Dakota? Like, what are you doing now that's just kind of getting your mind? I mean, I'm sure dealing with everything that went on and moving forward from it was difficult for you.
Yeah. Well, just before we
no, for sure. Go ahead.
You asked me, is there any room for reconciliation from this guy?
Yes.
I don't care for an apology. I just want him to be truthful.
Okay.
If you would tell your wife, look, I messed up, this is the truth, I mean, like I said, I already forgive him. So to me, it doesn't matter anything moving forward. Reconciliation, I still love the dude. He's a great dude. I mean, you did some stuff you shouldn't have done.
You just have some issues.
To me, he's still a great guy.
Yeah.
But, move on, tell the truth, be a man about it. And what's next for me is I actually just landed with a company called Datacon.
Oh.
And I'm going to be a general superintendent for them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Is it like what do they do there?
Yeah, so it's all commercial construction.
Okay. So if you have any construction workers that,
Dude, I'm sure there's a lot.
Yeah, just tell them, especially like the ones that don't speak English. Tell them that.
Yeah, no sé mucho, pero todavía puedo ayudar.
Don't you just want to like have sex with Dakota? Right? Holy shit. Dakota, stop it. Listen.
Bro, you just really got red. You gonna make it?
No, which means we
can
need
we get
to
a fan?
end.
Can we get a fan?
Dakota, if you weren't with child right now and we didn't have any cameras rolling, there would be some things going on at the moment. But anyway, okay, so you're moving on. Do you think that you will go back to being self-employed at some point?
That doesn't leave.
Okay.
Yeah. Even once you've been self-employed, it doesn't go away.
No, yeah, I don't. I'm a whole fucking boss. Like I don't.
Yeah, because like it's hard to go back and say, yeah, I'm gonna go on a 9 to 5, and you're gonna tell me what to do all day, every day.
Wait, I love my job. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do now?
I have this full-time job.
What is it?
They didn't pay me for the advertising, so that's it.
Okay.
But it's really fun.
Yeah,
it's really fun. They love me and they love the show and they support the show.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't want people to focus on where I work. I want people to focus on this.
They need to focus on this.
They do, you know, and they do, which I'm very happy. And I will say that my full-time employer really fucks with this show, and they really cater to my schedule to come do this show. So I'm really grateful. It's really grateful. What were you gonna ask me? I'm sorry.
I don't remember.
Oh, you don't remember? Okay.
But I do hope, like for you, I truly hope that this thing blows up to the point to one day where you're the guy that's needing employees.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what? Like at the end of the day, while I don't have anybody that works for me, Rogue Media Network and Mike and Allison are super invested in the public affair, and they do everything they can to make sure that it looks and sounds the best that it could. You know, they really cater to my appointment times with studio time, all that. Listen, I don't want to get into all that. But all I will say is that I work with a really great team of people.
Yeah, these
that
people are
really,
super awesome.
really, you have to have a really good team of people that are invested in what you want. You know what I mean? And the public affair is all mine. You know, I started it, and we've been in this going on 3 years. Can you believe that shit? Holy shit. We're gonna have a 3 años for the public affair. Okay, so you will go back to being self-employed, but right now you're just kind of taking a step back on things, correct?
Yeah. I want to be the dad that I didn't have.
There you go.
So that's more important to me than anything else. And this job came at the right time to give me the right opportunity to be that dad.
That's what's up. Do you one more question and then we really do have to go. How do you find forgiveness for somebody that did that to you? That because it really puts a damper on your business. You know what I mean? Like they could have really almost succeeded in putting a bad name for your business. You know what I mean? And really dragging you guys through the ringer. How do you sit back and say, you know what, but I do forgive this person at the end of the day?
Because you can't give me a bad name. I'm a good guy.
You are.
Like and the thing is, it's not where you go, it's who you become. And I don't care if I have 30 million in the bank or I have 13,000 in the bank.
That's it.
I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be a nice person. And I can't. I've held on to stuff for so long in my life because of my childhood. I've been through much worse than any of that could have ever caused.
Okay.
And I still forgave those people.
Yeah.
So if I can forgive them, you can forgive anybody.
I see.
You know what I mean? And you don't forgive people like that cliche thing. You don't forgive people for them. You forgive them for yourself.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's true. It
because
is true.
You need to
Absolutely.
live. Like
It's
your
true.
life, you only have one shot at this, man.
Yes.
And it's what can you do and who can you be?
You know, when they told us growing up that you'll never get anywhere with a bad attitude, that was like the most true fucking thing
It is.
that I learned doing the public affair.
Yeah, unless you're a streamer.
Well, no, I've had people publicly attack me. You know what I mean? And it's not even all that serious. Like I'm cool. Like don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. Dakota, shit. I wish we had 7 hours. Unfortunately, we don't. Okay, so you got the superintendent position.
Yeah.
Are you going to go back to singing anytime soon? Or?
Maybe. I'm fixing to start streaming again.
Can you sing us a little tune? Can you please just like a little 10-second? I don't know. Sing us
I need a guitar.
You do need the guitar?
I didn't because I hide behind it. For sure.
You can sing, Dakota. Don't play with us. Give us just a little something.
What I'll do is I'll send you a clip that you can attach to this. I'll go home, I'll get a guitar, and I'll send you a clip.
Okay, we'll put it on the end of the episode, okay? You got the child coming on the way. You're going to be a new dad, correct? This is your first child. Okay, so you excited.
So we have a 3-year-old, but that's her 3-year-old with somebody else, which is...
Okay.
I love being a stepdad.
That's what's up.
It's a great thing.
And now you're about to have your own real child.
Dude,
your own child.
Man, I went from being this super hard individual to now, like if I watch puppy videos, I start crying.
You start crying.
Or like little baby videos.
Are you having a son or a daughter?
We're having a daughter.
You're having a daughter.
Yeah.
Oh,
Her
shit.
name is going to be Aspen Cheyenne.
Aspen, Cheyenne?
Yeah.
That is so country. I think that's so cute. No, listen, Dakota, whatever you do going forward, I just want to wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
And I want you to know that I support you 100%. I think that everything that you're doing as far as your social media content, listen, as far as a content creator and pushing engagement with social media, you are doing the damn thing. And I just got to give you your props. No, you really, I really got to give it to you. Dakota was trying to give me some advice before the show. Listen, I've been doing this 3 years. Dakota, thank you so much. And okay. So I will slide in your DMs if I do need some. And I will say that in the 3 years that you've waited to be onto the public affair, and just number one, being patient with me, number two, just watching you go through all of that and bounce back, I just have a lot of respect for you. So I just want you to know that. No matter how hot I think you are with the tattoos and the cowboy hat, like, that's besides the point. I don't want you to have a baby with me, okay?
Just the bonuses.
Is there anything else that you can leave us with before we go?
Man, just give everything you got to everything you do.
That's it.
That's it.
Will you come back on the show so we can talk more?
Y'all want a part 2?
In the future, yes.
Well, part 2.
I would love to have you back on the show in the future. I know that we could have gotten into some deeper shit, but
we sure can.
I hate it. I hate that we have to go. Dakota, thank you so much for coming on to the public affair. For everybody tuning in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow Dakota Wimberly on Facebook. We can follow you at Dakota Wimberly. We can just add you on social media.
That's Dakota.Wimberly. Somebody stole Dakota Wimberly a long time ago.
Oh, okay, please. Somebody stole the public affair on fucking Twitter. Can you believe that shit?
Buy it.
I don't know. I just put Andrew G XXX. Listen, thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of The Public Affair. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Dakota, thank you again so much for coming onto the show. I'm sorry that we didn't have more time, but all the insight that you gave us in terms of your business and everything like that and your life growing up, just good luck to you.
Thank you,
bro. Yes. Before we go, let me give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to us by J Pedal and Poke with Junior Fuentes, Thomas Roberts, and the entire family. Have you been to J Pedal and Poke?
I have not.
You're going tonight. They provide delicious savory Japanese crepes and poke bowls. They also have handcrafted Thai rolled ice cream for dessert, darling. You can choose from a menu item or create your own, like I like to do because I like to be in control. Locations on University Parks Drive and Hewitt Drive. Dakota, I do. I'm somewhat aggressive. Okay. Yeah. Order online at jpedaltx.com to JPedal and Poke. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Pollo Box and Audio with Jeffrey Monreal, home for all your LED needs and auto accessories, installation of stereos, door speakers, and audio systems. If you need some mods for your car, the wife needs some mods for her car.
I do need for my truck.
Pollo Box and Audio got you, bro. He put the starlights in my car. The
ceiling?
Yes, he did.
Call me. Get my number from him. Call me.
Okay, I'm gonna give him your number. Okay, the starlights, the tint, the Apple Play car stereo, the auto start. The tint comes in handy for everything. But I'm going to leave that alone. Your one-stop shop to get everything done in one roof. To Jeffrey Monreal, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to my girl, Rosalinda Perez with Rosalinda's Insurance Agency. She provides all insurance needs, including auto, life, home, and everything, darling. She also provides notary services. We all need that once or twice, especially, it comes up when you don't know. You know what I mean? You can contact her with the number on the screen for all insurance inquiries. Se habla español también. To my girl, Rosalinda Perez with Rosalinda's Insurance Agency. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Colton Grimm with Funtown RV, the top RV salesman over there. Colton is the top RV salesman at Funtown RV. In his office, he's available anytime to put you and your family into the camper that you always wanted. Fifth wheels, travel trailers, and so much more. Colton does not stop until you and your family are absolutely happy, darling. Contact them with the number on the screen to set an appointment and look ASAP. The springtime is coming up, perfect for RV season, correct? Yes, you guys can go out camping, and Colton Grimm is going to make sure that you guys get into the one that you guys want. Thank you so much, Colton, for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, another one of my new sponsors, Brothers Roofing and Remodeling with Jesus Sanchez from Mart, Texas, darling. That's right. He's a small construction business from Mart, specializing in general roofing needs and so much more. You got to protect your home from the crazy elements of the Texas weather with high quality work and affordable work, might I add. Darling, follow on Facebook and call the number on the screen to Brothers Roofing and Remodeling with my boy Jesus Sanchez. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, the Fat Boy Michelada and Botana with my boy Junior Banda, providing the best, and not the rest. Botana balls, chamois, pickles, and more. My boy Junior Banda is out there with a menu of ton of different items. Make sure you guys hit him up with the number on the screen. Place your order right now to Fatboy Michelada and Botana with my boy Junior Banda. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. He's got more and more on the way. I'm so proud of that guy, and he's definitely one of the biggest supporters of the show, and I truly appreciate everything he's done. And on a personal note, Junior Banda got my back. And that's all I'm going to say. Love that guy. Thank you so much to Fatboy Michelin and Botana for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. To everybody tuning in, thank you guys again so much. Dakota, I'm really sorry that we don't have more time, bro. I really am.
We can part two it.
Yeah, we're going to part two this shit. We are going to part two this shit. Best of luck to everything that you got going on in the future. To everybody tuning in, I've got more on the way. And don't forget, darling, to always keep it between us.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.